Everyone, welcome back to Europa Universalis for AI Only Extended Timeline mod. I almost said that in one breath. Anyway, we still have this war between Russia and China raging on. Hopefully it ends soon. We have some more wars popping up. Egypt and Chad up against Sudan and Nigeria. We also have another Spanish war between Tunisia and Spain. And there was also the third Indonesian Thai nationalist war. So they have just recently cropped up, so we haven't missed anything. So as we see more troop movements, as it looks like there is a stack wipe, almost a stack wipe there. The Thai not bothering to defend their southern borders that great, but the Indonesians not even bothering to take Batani, Lagore, and Chaya, but instead pushing straight up and going to engage the Laotian army. We also see that Laos quite well developed now. Well then, but the Indonesians do need to get their troops drawn across. We still have Singapore as an independent nation. I wonder what kind of agreement they have to remain that way. Indonesia and Vietnam. Yeah, they're good allies, I guess. Indonesia does need to pull its troops over from Java. Looks like they have moved them from Sulawesi, but West Papua and Timor-Leste. Now, I don't know why they haven't retaken Ternate. Maybe it's because of some truce. No, they don't have a truce. And it looks like the first Indonesian army will be stack wiped. And it looks like another one will be lambs to the slaughter. There's a big difference in morale here. However, there is slightly more discipline and slightly more military tactics in favor of the Laotian Thai army. Now, if we head over once again to Africa, Egypt is invading Sudan, and Somalia and Saudi Arabia have not joined. And, of course, Zambia has not either. We also have the Tunisian war, which is still occurring, I do believe. Yes. 22,000 Tunisians walking straight past, don't even care about the Spanish armies. It looks like they are going to go siege either Spanish Mauritania or Spanish Mali, and we've had this pause again. No, they are going straight to Kazdir. I find it an honourable sentiment, but possibly not in the best interests of the country. Can't really defend your country when you're a couple of 100 kilometres away. Oh well. Who am I to judge? And we do have China occupying Edirne and Constantinople, Istanbul, and all the Chinese are pushing into Turkey, or almost Anatolia. They're pushing into the current nation of Turkey. And most of Russia has been occupied now. Siberia has been neglected by the armies, quite interestingly enough. We have 38,000 Mongolian troops just kind of chilling in a sea of Chinese occupation. They're quite rich though, so perhaps they'll have that going for them. I do know that the Mongolian forces are quite the force to be reckoned with, so perhaps we will see a bit of engagement there. Of course, most of the Urals have not been occupied yet. Perhaps those Russian nukes are keeping the Chinese away, but they are finally coming back. And the Russians are regaining Rim currently? No, they're just marching straight across. Don't even care. We have Chinese troops on the borders with Finland. That's quite a march. I would not march my troops that far, but who am I to judge your foreign policy? So we have Nigerian troops invading Chad, Egyptian troops invading Sudan. Looks like they will meet likely in the Chadian landscape, and we'll see quite the engagement here. Now there is a 3-star general on the Nigerian side and quite significant numbers of 2-star generals. It looks like another war has also erupted in Burkina Faso. So that's Algeria and Burkina Faso, and that's lost. Okay, so Mali has grown once more. Mali now, and Mali and Ghana gaining quite well from that, and Mossi being released. So Ghana has expanded a bit. Very nice indeed for them. Now, if they annex Togo, they'd be doing very well, but I do believe the Togolese... Oh, no, they're not. They're allied with Ghana instead. So, this war has ended with Chad. Chad being cut in half and sliced and diced. Nations being released, Nigeria gaining. Quite sad to see, but oh well. Now, I don't think Nigeria actually gained any from that. Okay. But Sudan did quite significantly. Most of what is Al Chad has gone under the sway of Sudan. However, they still have Egyptian occupation to deal with. And the Nigerians are focusing on clearing up Egyptian occupation in the south. Now, if we head back north, we've got a lot of Russian peasants. Looks like we're going to have another communist revolution. Oh, they're already a socialist state. Never mind. Have another revolution. There is China, and there is Mongolia in a sea of China, but there is China, with its name in the best spot I could possibly imagine. Russia has been split in two, to Russia and Russian East Siberia. The scale of this is huge. Iran has been taken, North Sakhalin, and all those regions that I wanted them to take. Almost up to the Urals in most cases here, and way north. So China, has gained quite a bit. They're bigger than the US by quite the mile now, quite a large margin. And still, still have Over Mountain that's underdeveloped. The green has cleared a bit here. Interesting developments. Russia is going to be torn by rebels from now on, I do believe. And even Uzbekistan had to cede its bit to China, unfortunately for Uzbekistan. Oh well, Russia may rise again, or Russia may join the European Union. We never know. Russia is only allied with Turkey and Iraq, however, so it's going to be rather curious. We also have the alliances here. A lot of people allied with Poland. I don't think any... Oh, no. Bulgaria, Ukraine, and Slovakia. Okay, let's go check out this war. And the Tunisian war. Oh, that's already ended. It's just Tunis. Just Tunis went to them. Wow. And they did lose two provinces, I do believe. Agar and Tanimate. Wow. Quite messy borders you have here now. Spain. But, oh well. You own Spanish Mali and Spanish Mauritania, so I guess that's what you want. However, Tunis has been taken. And Egypt still dealing with Sudan. Probably wasn't expecting Chad to bow out so quickly or to get destroyed in the way it did. That was huge. I mean, now even Central Africa could deal with Chad, which is quite a scary thought. They're quite stable compared to the current state they're in real life. I think that's mainly because they've been removed of the bits of their country that once that was Sunni. Central African Republic, I think I may have talked about this before, but the Central African Republic has an issue with the ex-Seleka and a bunch of Christian militias as well. So essentially the ex-Seleka are from this part of the country, and they are Sunni, Muslim, and I think it's mainly based on ideology that there's a big problem between the two groups, but because the ex-Seleka are quite extreme, there's been the rising up of Christian militias. I forgot what the main one's called. Oh well, we'll find it out later. But I appreciate the stability, Central African Republic. And it does look like Nigerians will just eke this one out. Yes. Okay, Egypt will be beaten back. And potentially Sudan will get bits of Egypt back. It's amusing that Wadi Halfa has been developed as well. Now, if we go the Halaib and Wadi Halfa, there's a bit of a thing here where the Halaib Triangle, which isn't this province, it's like that maybe. Anyway, that has population, and that's disputed between Egypt and Sudan. Egypt has administration of it, but because there's a disagreement in the borders that were drawn up, Egypt agrees to one of them, and Sudan agrees to another. However, neither of those incorporate Wadi Halfa, which is completely unpopulated. Somebody claimed it as their own country at one point. I forget who it was. Anyway, it was a country for his daughter, I do believe. But he just made a country in Wadi Halfa because no sovereign nation claims it. So you can do that. If there's unclaimed land, you can establish a nation. Just remember, though, that some people may step in. The unique thing with the Egypt and Sudan bit, though, is because Wadi Halfa is completely, like, that neither of them can claim or do something in that region. I better pause here. Neither of the countries can claim or do something in that region, because if they claim Wadi Halfa, they have to give up claim of the Halaib Triangle, which, of course, there's a big difference. So the Halaib Triangle has population, has resources, whereas Wadi Halfa is mainly unexplored for oil and whatnot, and has no population for tens of kilometers. So that's why that's happened there. Anyway, let's check the actual ledger. So we have the Argentinian reconquest of Copiapo, the Egyptian Sudanese, that's been occurring over there, Moroccan Tlemceni Nationalist War, and the Spanish reconquest of Tadamate. Okay, well, the Spanish are cleaning up their borders, thank the Lord. Central Africa is engaged in a war. Amazing. They probably won't lose anything here. Also, Cameroon's back. Hello, Cameroon. Hello, hello, hello. You've been released from who, may I ask? Was occupied by Germany. No, we don't care about that. Core of Chad. Okay, so it was part of Chad, and then was released. And Niger is quite large now. Anyway, so we have a war between Morocco and Tlemcen. Morocco will likely win this one and gain some very, very nice development in the process. However, they do need to siege down Tangiers once more. Because, yeah, they're almost done. There we go. Ceuta and Melilla, they do actually own instead of Spain. And Ushta, Quasinas, and Tala-Imsan will be occupied in a few short moments. Now, I really hope that the Spanish actually deal with the fact that there's Central African troops here and Algerian troops, and, you know, deal with them properly, because Algeria is quite a rich nation now. Anyway, let's go check out this Argentinian conquest. It's not over yet. However, there was something I missed, which was Chaco Austral and Santiago del Estero going to Paraguay, making the borders even more messy. Thank you, Paraguay. May have already been there, though. My memory fails me. Oh well, Arica, quite developed indeed. Chile. You still own that? And that will go to Argentina, and Arica will go to Peru if this is adhered to. So I do believe it's Paraguay, yeah. Bolivia, Peru, and Argentina are up against Paraguay and Chile. A no contest war, you could say. Now, there's something missing here, and I don't know what I'm missing. I've drawn a blank. Hello, hello, look who's back. Soviet Union. And they still... That's a lot of peasants. Oh dear. Still unhappy. So the Soviets are back. Or the Soviets, if you like. They are back. Smaller than ever. I assure you. Whoo-wee. Yeah, that's the smallest Soviet Union I've ever seen. And the biggest China I've ever seen. Hopefully Mongolia does get absolutely destroyed by China. I mean, they do have an amazing military, but I'm assuming that's an invasion force right there. I don't know why it would be there otherwise. Gee, that's a lot of troops. Yeah, and it will be nice development for them. Let's go away from China for a bit, because it's quite the laggy situation over there. With a Nigerian, not Nigerian, Nigerian, change government form of heir. I didn't realise they were back. But okay, welcome heir. You are going to die. More than likely. Probably. I'm just going to say you're going to die. And we have lag. That is because of China. I blame China once more. Too many troops. You see, at least the US does nothing with their troops, and when they do, they funnel it into like this really small area with Mexico and just go at it. But you see, the troops in America are not moving. Like, there's a couple in Canada that are moving south again. Yeah, Nipissing. Oh no, they're not. But they're still allied, so that's good for them. And we have lag. Lovely. Algeria is fully occupied. It does look like. Yes, it does. Yes, it is. And we have the Togolese-Burkinabe Nationalist War. What a lovely war. Togo making the first move and being sieged. Makes sense. Ghana in the war on Niger's side. They did gain once more. Lobi. They gained from Burkina Faso. Nice. Oh wait, no, they did already gain that. Apologies. So Togo did they're re-sieging Togo proper. Atakora, and they do own a Gurma in Burkina Faso. Now if they go to Ouagadougou, that's one of my favourite provinces in the entire world, and Belenga, they will win this war. Now they do have 7,000 troops, or meant to be 8 regiments, so they should easily win here. And there goes air once more, and we have Egypt still going. Oh dear. I hope this war ends soon. We have the British-Irish Nationalist War. Okay. And this war down here has ended. Peru did not get Arica. However, Copiapo has gone to Argentina. As well with most of Paraguay, once more. Chaco Austral still owned by the Paraguayans. However, Santiago del Estero has been reoccupied, as well as Santiago, Itapúa, Asunción, and Concepcion. I just said that with a French accent. Apologies. And the Soviets still have a lot of rebels. Anyway, bye Ireland, I guess. Goodbye. Did you leave the EU? Let's have a look. They did. I'm assuming that's because Britain sent them out of the EU, though. And not of any explicit move by Ireland, unfortunately, for them. Constitutional, parliamentary, presidential. Where's the non-presidential places? Hey, Australia. No, you're why are they all presidential? Stupid. And non-presidential. Oh well. I guess I won't be able to get to see that government type. A noble you, dear viewer. Unfortunately. For both of us. Now, Ireland will fall to Great Britain, and we'll have the reverse They're a vassal. Lovely. And they're slightly off being disloyal. Anyway, I do believe that just about wraps up this episode. We have been talking for a while, and we have a new nation. Nations come and go, but this is quite interesting. The Soviet Union is back, smaller than before, and more ravaged by peasants than ever. Anyway, see you next time, where hopefully China clears its borders up, and this war between Egypt and Sudan ends, and blah blah blah. Hopefully Spain cleans up Algeria. Looks like Morocco did annex most of Tlemcen, so yeah. Anyway, good stuff. You know the drill. I'll see you all next time.